What's up, Soccer Family Zone? Coach Baptiste here once more. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, Orlando City pulled it off. They went to Minnesota, won the game 2-1, even though they had to come from behind. Mane for Minnesota had several opportunities in the first half, could not capitalize, but he did manage to capitalize on the opportunity in the second half that he got. 1-0 immediately after Orlando City responded in a brilliant, brilliant cross for Angulo on the other side, and then he ended up scoring the tying goal for Orlando City. And in the dying minutes of the game, Maguire he actually scored to give Orlando the lead 2-1. This game was extremely important for Orlando because Orlando was coming off a 2 week break. They had their bye week due to the fact that the MLS has uneven number of teams right now. So as a result, Orlando City did not play for 2 weeks. The Lions went to Minnesota. They kind of shifted things around. Coach Oscar Pereira actually decided to go with a 3-4-2-1 formation in the lineup. Kind of surprising because Angulo is really an attacking midfielder, winger type of guy. He played in Brazil the same way almost, but to see him as a wing back, meaning he has the entire 100 meters of the flank there, the whole game, that was something different to see. Well, it paid off because Orlando won 2-1. However, here at Soccer Family Zone, we go beyond the results. We look a little deeper into what went well, what didn't go so well, and what Orlando City might have to fix in order for them to actually not only make the playoffs, but make a push in these playoffs. And why not bring the MLS Cup to Orlando, where we can have a parade at last for Orlando City Lions actually. So you're watching the Soccer Family Zone. Stay tuned. Soccer Family Zone, thank you again for tuning back in. Listen, I'm quite amazed at the fact that Orlando City did go to Minnesota and pull this off. It wasn't easy, obviously, in front of almost 20,000 people in that stadium. All boys from the Orlando City organization, across the Orlando City organization, did what they were supposed to do for the 2 weeks they were off to stay sharp, to actually go on the road and pull a result like this. It's not easy. So first and foremost, congratulations to Oscar Pereira as the head coach. Congratulations to the players that executed the game plan. However, that game plan, is it sustainable? When you see Orlando City playing 3-4-2-1, it's a beautiful formation to watch. But Enrique up top was a bit passive. One of our best player actually for Orlando City was kind of passive as well, because we're talking about Facundo Torres. Facundo Torres, is it that he's not used to play underneath the striker? Because in the 3-4-2-1 formation, you basically have two attacking mid underneath the lone striker, which was Enrique. So Facundo Torres was really passive the whole night. He played 90 minutes, but I think it's not his strongest position. So Coach Oscar Pereira is going to have to address that. When you have your best offensive player being passive for 90 minutes, that's not something that Orlando City should be looking forward to repeating over the course of the season if they want to make the playoffs and actually make a deep run into these playoffs. However, I would say this. Oscar Pereira managed finally to attack in a more direct manner. Obviously, when you have a lone striker and then you have two oncoming center attacking midfielders or attacking midfielders that are underneath that striker, it's always going to help. And then you have two wing backs making penetrating run, providing you with the vertical coverage that you need of the field and support that you need of the field as well. So that came in brilliantly and helped Orlando City. One thing that I would say, watching Angulo play defensively, he was really shaky. Orlando City got exposed on several occasions, either in the 1v1s on the wing for the cross to come in, but Orlando kind of managing the box when it comes to the late crosses from Minnesota. However, I don't think Angulo is going to be the best wing back in the league by tomorrow. It seems like it's more so a project for Coach Oscar Pereira. So if Angulo, who's a very smart player, very fast as well, if he's gonna play that position, he definitely needs to read the game a little better and decide when to push up. Because remember, if you're the lone wing player at that point, you have a lot of gap in front and behind you, depending on which stage of the attack you're in. And we kind of saw that again, we've been talking about transition where Orlando City has been getting hurt, where Orlando was exposed in several transitions phases of the game. The goal that was scored by Mane from Minnesota was scored basically in transition, where it was more so on the left flank from Johnson, where Orlando City lost the ball, one thing led to another, and then the ball ended up in the box. So it just happened. They got scored on. So when you look at Angulo, he's got the technical ability, he's got the tactical awareness as well, but he needs to continue to mature if he's gonna play that wing back position. But who knows? Maybe Coach Pareja was doing this as a one-off, knowing what transpired the last game where he lost 2-0. He wanted to perhaps defend with five, but even with five, we did not see the appropriate defensive coverage that will prevent Orlando City from getting scored on. That game could have been over in a hurry in the first half had Mane converted his chances, but thankfully he did not. So Orlando City survived the first half 0-0 to go into the second half. Even then, Orlando City was still shaky on the defensive side of the ball because, again, defending with five, we are still having the issue of not having a center defensive mid sitting on top of the back five at that point. So that's the other issue that Orlando City is going to have to figure out very quick. Pereira was good on occasion. You also had his partner Araujo that was also good on a certain occasion, but defensively, Orlando City does not have the coverage that should be protecting the back line. Galesi made a couple of mistakes in the beginning of the game. Again, when you don't play for 2 weeks, we know rhythm is an issue, but he came back strong as we know Galesi can. So good job again by the Orlando City goalkeeper. A lot of positive, but this one victory was needed. The club needed to get that W, especially not having won there ever. So 2019 being the last time they visited Alliance Field. So Orlando City really pulled this off and against all odds won this game 2-1. That's why we play the game of soccer, the game of football, because you never know what's going to happen. It's all in between the four lines and between the 22 actors that are on that field at that particular moment. Congrats again to Coach Oscar Pareja, but that doesn't mean this should be enough. We should be satisfied. I think there's a lot to pick apart. There's a lot to fix before we play DC this upcoming Saturday, April 22nd. So stay with us this whole week. We're going to be talking Orlando City. And if you have any questions, comments, concern, make sure you drop us a line. You can send us an email. But above all else, please subscribe and share with your friends so that we can keep on talking soccer and talking more about Orlando City or Lions that we love so very much here. Thank you again for watching another edition of the Soccer Family Zone. Coach Baptiste out.